Week 4 wrapped up, on to Week 5. We got a special guest here, my college football expert, the leader of the college football pick'em so far. We got B. Willie in the chat today. So what's up?
Yo, what's going on, Matt?
What's up? So,
Ready for another great week of college football.
another week. Last week was just the appetizers. Now this one's the main dish. Like last week, we didn't get any real good games. I think the best game we probably got was Arkansas and Memphis. That one came down to the wire. Arkansas lost because they fumbled it. Was some other games. We had Auburn, Oklahoma was solid. That one got pretty close towards the end. And then Michigan, Nebraska. Nebraska almost came back, but they were down by 10 most of the games. But this week, most of the games don't even compare to the games of last week. We're getting treated. We're getting spoiled this week. And that's how we like our college football. We like our college football spoiled.
Yeah.
Right?
Spoiled.
So, a little recap from our results from last week. I finished last week 6-4, and I got a grand record of 24-17. Brandon finished last week. I'm doing his results off the college football pick'ems on ESPN. You finished 7-3, and I don't remember your overall record. I'll put that. That's gonna be somewhere on the screen. But yeah, sitting on top, new college football expert over here. So we'll start off with the first game of this week, Week 5. We got TCU, Arizona State. That's a Friday night game. Arizona State's at home, favored by 2.5. Now TCU coming off a big win against SMU, won by 10+ points. Crazy. Arizona State survived against Baylor. Huge overtime win there. Now, Big 12 matchup here. It's a huge one. Arizona State is tied for first, I believe, sitting at 1-0. And that was a great win against Baylor. They were tested with Mississippi State as well, but that's a bottom tier team in the Big 12. And I gotta be careful because my roommate might just burst in here if I say that too loud. But yeah,
Bottom
there he
tier
is.
team?
Huh?
Bottom tier team?
In the SEC.
Wow.
In the SEC. Am I wrong?
State by 26 against Tennessee.
I haven't
Okay,
heard
so-
anything wrong. I've only heard facts.
There's our other guest picker, by the way. You're gonna get treated by 2 guest pickers today. That's his pick of the week, Mississippi State over Tennessee, and that is one of the picks of all time. I will say that.
That is a pick of all time for sure.
So, TCU, great offense. Josh Hoover, great quarterback. Haven't seen too much from TCU yet. I think SMU has been the best team they played. Arizona State, the best team they played is either Baylor or Mississippi State. They could have easily won against Mississippi State. Couldn't get it done though. So they took a loss there. They're battle tested. The coach, not hyping up this team too much, but I'm a fan of Sam Levitt, not playing all too amazing like he did last year. But they have a great receiver in Jordan Tyson. I think Arizona State is going to get their crap together. They're at home. I'm going to go with Arizona State here to get a big win here against TCU.
I mean, it's not the SEC, so who really cares at the end of the day?
Fair.
I mean, but my biggest question is I've seen a little bit of Arizona State against Mississippi State, again, a bottom tier SEC team, and they couldn't do anything. I think just watching Arizona State without Scatabo, I feel like they don't have an identity. And I mean, TCU, they haven't played nobody, but they've been putting up points. So, I mean, I feel like TCU is going to be able to put up some points, and Arizona State just won't be able to figure it out. They won't be able to keep up. So I'm taking TCU in that one.
Yeah, I typically agree with that one. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Moving on to the next game. We got USC at Illinois. USC has been I kind of expect them to do good, but not this good. I think they've been surprising me a little bit here. Illinois, Indiana put belt to ass with them last game. That was crazy. Illinois is at home. USC's favored by 6.5. USC's quarterback, Mayava, I can't even pronounce that. He's one of the Samoans. He's killing it. He's thrown for 9 touchdowns already. Their offense is moving. Granted, I don't believe USC has played anyone all too crazy yet, but I like how that offense is moving. And Illinois getting whooped 63-10 against Indiana is not a good sign. So with that being said, I'm favoring USC. I like what I see from their quarterback there. I like their offense, where it's going. I think they're rightful favorites. Oh, it opened up as a 1.5 point favorite, blew up to 6.5. That's a big jump. I'm trusting USC. I think they've been the better team, and Illinois just kind of just spiraled downhill against Indiana. So give me USC on the road here.
Yeah, I'm taking USC too. I mean, you can't go lose as bad as Illinois did and then expect to come back the next week. I think Illinois was only ranked so high because of their success they had last year. But yeah, they just looked awful last, and I don't think Indiana's all that great either, and they just made Illinois look terrible. So yeah, I'm going to take USC too.
All right, there we go. Only differing on the first game so far. Moving on, we got Notre Dame, the number 22 ranked team, sitting at 1-2. The Notre Dame at Arkansas. Now, Notre Dame's on the road, only favored by 3.5. I'm surprised about that line. But the thing with Arkansas, they didn't let Memphis beat them. They shot themselves in the foot in that game. They kind of gave Memphis that game with all the turnovers. Arkansas, I mean, they got an athletic quarterback in Taylor Green. He has been balling out so far. He's thrown for 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Notre Dame, their offense is pretty good as well. Haven't seen all too much from C.J. Carr, but Jeremiah Love, man, he's definitely one of the best running backs in the nation so far. But they're sitting at 1-2. They had tough competition there. Lost against Texas A&M and lost to Miami. Now, I don't think Arkansas' schedule compares to Notre Dame, and I don't think no one on Arkansas' defense is going to stop Jeremiah Love. But, again, Arkansas' offense is formidable, and Notre Dame's defense has been allowing a crap ton of points so far. So this one's kind of tricky. I think it's definitely going to be a high-scoring game. I am leaning towards the side of Notre Dame. I think they're the better team here. Arkansas has been a dangerous team, but they kind of shoot themselves in the foot here and there. So I'm going to lean towards Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame on the road.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I mean, both defenses have been known to give up some points this year. Notre Dame, I think, is a different team from last year. Last year, they were more defensive-heavy. This year, they're a little more offensive-heavy. Defense has been giving up some points, like you said. So, yeah, I think both teams are going to score, but I think at the end, Arkansas is just going to make too many mistakes, and Notre Dame's going to play a clean game.
Typical. Now, who's a better team, Arkansas or Mississippi State?
Ooh, that would be a good toilet bowl.
Good toilet bowl. There we go. And breaking news, we got a guest speaker in. We got the waste management. What was it? What was Cole's segment called? The trash pick?
What was it? Dumpster something.
Breaking, we got the dumpster fire game of the week, sponsored by Waste Management, led by our guest speaker Cole. Now we got a new segment on the video. We got the barf bag game of the week and the barf bag best bet of the week with our guest picker here. Go, take it away, Cole.
Hi there, I'm Cole Carey. I'm here to present my favorite game of the week. I am a true sicko of college football. The lowest of the low, the grimiest of the grime. We're going to take it out to North Texas against South Alabama. Drew Mestemaker is a dark horse Heisman candidate. 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 1,000 yards on the season already. People give him no respect because he's in the American, but he will be leading a team in the college football playoff this year. Now, you're going to say they've had some close wins. They won in overtime against Army. They barely beat Washington State. I don't care. They win games. But on the flip side of that, my barf bag pick of the week is South Alabama team total over 23.5. It's going to be another close one, but I don't care. If you want to take North Texas money line, go for it. But we're taking South Alabama team total. Their defense, North Texas's defense is no good, but Drew Mestemaker's taking them to the playoff.
Oh man, that was a true gross pick of the week. This segment is sponsored by Waste Management, where you get your gross barf bags pick of the week. Yeah.
Let's go Mean Green!
Next game, we got Ohio State at Washington. Ohio State favored by 8.5. I think it opened up at 9.5. Kind of fell a little bit there. But Washington's at home. Ohio State is the number 1 team in the nation so far. Their defense is nasty. They got Matt Patricia as the defensive coordinator. He's been cooking in the kitchen. Washington, I like their offense. They can put up points. I like their quarterback in Desmond Williams. He's only thrown for 6 touchdowns, no picks. Julian Sain, I think he has been nothing too crazy, but he's getting the job done. It's like that analogy I said earlier in the season. All he has to do is he's driving a Lamborghini. He just has to steer the wheel. He doesn't even have to press the gas. Just steer the wheel. Don't crash the car. You got the talent all around him. I think Washington's going to be able to put up some points on Ohio State here. I like their offense, but in the end of the day, I think Ohio State's defense is going to be the difference maker. I think they're going to be able to slow down Washington towards the end. I don't know how Washington's defense is going to be able to handle Ohio State's offense. I don't know who's going to guard Jeremiah Smith. That's the one question I got to see. I think that's one of the key factors in this game. And so at the end of the day, I got Ohio State taking this one on the road, but I think it will be closer than that 9.5 point spread. I think it's going to be high scoring.
Yeah, I mean, at first, I definitely, looking at this game, I thought it was just Ohio State. But then, I actually looked into it a little bit. And Washington does have a very good offense. And their defense, their defense can stop the run. And Ohio State likes to run the ball. So I think Washington is going to force Julian Sain to beat them. And I think he's thrown 3 picks this year. So if Washington can make him get some pressure on him, make him make some mistakes, make him throw a pick or 2, I think Washington can hang in there. But at the end of the day, I think Ohio State's just going to be too good for him.
Yep, so I agree there. Next game, we got Louisville at Pitt. Now, these are 2 sleeper teams in the ACC. Pitt kind of fell off a little bit for me after losing to West Virginia. I didn't think West Virginia was going to be all that great this year. But again, it's that backyard brawl. It's a rivalry game. We got Josh trying to sneak in. No, it's Cole. Cole just told
What
him
are we picking?
we're picking Louisville and Pittsburgh.
Okay, give me Pittsburgh Panthers. I watched the backyard brawl. It was a shit show. Give me the Cardinals. What's the spread? Give me the Louisville Cardinals minus 4.5. Cover easily. Yeah.
Fire. How can I argue with that? Give me Louisville. Give me Miller Moss and what's his face? Isaac Brown. Those 2 are dogs. And Pitt has the Alabama transfer from Eli Holstein. He's been a solid quarterback, but can't get that West Virginia performance out of my head. Give me Louisville. I think they're a better team here on the road. Favored by 4.5.
Yeah, first off, I think it's pretty amazing how fast Cole was able to get from my house to your apartment over there. Look at him walking up with his stupid little mustache.
Hey, Brandon, what do these Bulldogs have in common with your Bulldogs? 4-0, baby.
Nothing, because they don't win games.
4-0. I could do picks while I break dance.
We got the Gingers segment led by Josh. Special segment. He's going to be breaking down the Mississippi State-Tennessee game. Go ahead, Josh.
Blake Shapen's playing at the Heisman level right now. Dude's an absolute dog. Everybody's underrating him. Top quarterback in the SEC round. Number 3 in passing yards. I'm going to go ahead and say, I think the line opened at what, 9.5?
Yeah, I think
Complete disrespect to the cowbell. If I had it here with me, be ringing in Matt's ear. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bulldogs by 15 at home.
What was the line on that game?
Sponsored by Viagra Pills. Huh?
What was the line on that game?
Bulldogs get me hard.
I think it was
What's the spread?
9.5. 9.5.
Oh, that's the easy pick for Tennessee. Tennessee's going to cover that easy.
All right.
That's the freest money I've ever heard of right there. So I'll take Tennessee. And I think both these teams so far they've been decent. They've been pretty solid defensively. Offenses for both teams have been average. I think it's going to be a very sloppy game. You're going to have a lot of turnovers, a lot of just stupid mistakes. But I think Louisville ends up pulling out. I think they're a better team at the end of the day, too.
Yeah, typical ACC matchup here, am I right?
Yep. Again, it's not the SEC, so at the end of the day, who really cares all that much?
Speaking of SEC matchups, we got a couple of good SEC matchups here. First one being LSU at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is at home. Ole Miss is favored by 1.5. They got a new dog there in Trinidad and Tobago. freaking quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss. He's been balling out, putting up points against Tulane in Arkansas. He's looking pretty good. If he keeps it up, he's probably going to take Austin Simmons' job. LSU, number 4 team in the nation now. Haven't been looking all that impressive, but they're winning games. They're 4-0. They had to come back against Clemson. That win isn't looking good right now. They had one against Florida. Not looking too great either. And we have mind games being played at this game. So Lane Kiffin's daughter is dating Weeks. What's his name? Whit Weeks, the linebacker from LSU. Who's playing mind games? Who's getting that insider information? I don't know. We're going to find out. That's a crucial part of this game. But Lane Kiffin himself tweeted, take the over. Take the over. This could be a high-scoring game. I don't think Ole Miss's defense is... I want to say they're not all that great. They allowed 35 points to Arkansas, 23 to Kentucky. I've seen LSU's defense. They looked pretty good. But again, am I being deceived? They look pretty good against dysfunctional offenses such as Florida and Clemson. I don't know. That's the tricky part of this game. I can see why it's kind of like a pick 'em. But I am going to lead with the number 4 team in the nation, LSU. I'm going to say their defense is the better defense, and I think that's going to be the key to this game. Who has the better defense? But I still think it's going to be high scoring. I think they're going to make the key stops. They got the transfer impact players on that side of football. Give me LSU on the road.
I mean, knowing Lane Kiffin, it's definitely Lane Kiffin playing mind games right now. I mean, no one plays mind games with him. But yeah, I think this is a classic case of one of the best offenses against one of the best defenses. I mean, both teams have average. I think LSU has a maybe a little bit above average offense. LSU has average defense. So it's going to come down to that Ole Miss offense versus LSU defense. And honestly, I think Ole Miss is going to be able to put up some points against LSU. And I just don't see LSU's offense. From what I've seen, LSU is not going to be able to get in a high-scoring game and win it. And I think if it's a low-scoring game, I like LSU. If it goes into a shootout, Ole Miss is going to take it, I think. But I'm taking Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss has too much offensive power for LSU to handle.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, I would say. So, I definitely agree there. Ole Miss can definitely win this one. Moving on. Next game, another SEC matchup here for you. Auburn at Texas A&M. The Aggies are at home. They're the number 9 team in the nation, sitting at 3-0 with a huge win against Notre Dame from not last week, but the week before. Auburn, they got tested last week against Oklahoma. Couldn't pull it off. They allowed 10 sacks in that game. Did not look too great there. Now, is Texas A&M going to get that same amount of pressure Oklahoma did? I'm not sure. They're going to need to because it seems like that's going to be the key to the game here. Texas A&M is at home. They're favored by 6.5. Auburn's offense has been pretty solid, putting up 30 points against Baylor, but against a Big 12 team there, only putting up 17 against a tough Oklahoma defense. Texas A&M, they got a dynamic quarterback in Marcel Reed. I know he got a little bit banged up in that Notre Dame game, but he did have the week off, so I don't think that's going to be too much of issues. They got the weapons over that Texas A&M. Craver coming from Mississippi State, and they also got Concepcion coming from NC State. Those are 2 dogs right there. My question is with Texas A&M's defense. They haven't shown me too much. Their coach, Mike Elko, he's a defensive-minded head coach. Haven't seen too much from that defense. Kind of strange. So, I don't have too much with this pick. I'm going with the upset Auburn on the road. I think they'll be able to pull this one off. I think they have a lot of talent in that offense. It's only a matter of fact if Jackson Arnold can get the ball downfield, because he's been running it the whole time this year. Hasn't been using his arm too much. I don't know if that's because the coaching staff don't trust in his arm. I think it's that way, or they're just having him use his legs more often. But I haven't seen too much from Texas A&M's defense, but I know their offense can put up points as well. I know Auburn has a tough defense as well, so I'm going to trust in Auburn's defense slowing down Texas A&M's offense, and I'm going to go with an upset pick here. Give me the War Eagle Tigers on the road.
Yeah, I think this is a tough one to pick. I mean, I think you go either way. Each team has a pretty equal chance to win, I think. But I mean, both teams are, in my opinion, borderline playoff teams. Not quite at that level, but could possibly be. But yeah, Auburn, I think they're solid at everything, but they're elite at nothing. While, I mean, like you said, Texas A&M, they got an elite offense, but their defense just isn't quite there. So it's going to depend on how well that Texas A&M offense plays against that Auburn defense, I think. And if A&M can get that clutch stop or two late in the game, because I think it's going to be a tight game throughout the whole time. But I think I have A&M scoring a late touchdown or two to go up and pull away from Auburn and taking it.
Yeah, I mean, Marcel Reed's that guy. He definitely do it. I just think SEC is going to be eating each other alive in that conference.
Oh, yeah.
Next game, we got a huge Big Ten matchup, and this could honestly decide who makes it to the Big Ten championship game here to most likely play Ohio State. We'll see. Huge implication in this game. We got Oregon at Penn State, and I believe this is Penn State's whiteout game. Not too sure there, don't quote me on that, but they're at home. They're favored by 3.5, and Oregon, great quarterback in Dante Moore. He has been really impressive, 11 touchdowns, 1 pick, but against who? Oklahoma State, Northwestern, Oregon State, all these crappy teams, they've been winning by 30 plus, like each of these games. Penn State, same thing, looking crazy impressive. Drew Aller has been balling, hasn't thrown a lot of touchdowns, but they have a strong run game. But again, who do they play? Nevada, FIU, Villanova. I didn't even know Villanova had a football team. I thought it was just a basketball school. They winning by 36 plus. Now, first real test for both these teams, number 3 versus number 6, week schedule. I'm gonna trust in the chemistry of Penn State. They were a good team last year. They made some noise. The only issue is they didn't have wide receivers. So what did they do? They brought in multiple transfers, wide receivers during this offseason. I think they have more chemistry there this year. I think I know them better than the Oregon team, because Oregon they got a new quarterback, they got a lot of new players there. I know what I saw from last year. I still haven't seen Oregon test yet, so I'm gonna go with Penn State at home.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a new year, but same old Penn State. I mean, they're always going to beat up on these bad teams. They're going to look like the best team in the nation against these bad teams. Whenever it comes down to it, they can never beat a true elite team. So I'm always going to pick against Penn State whenever it comes to them playing any kind of powerhouse. Because until James Franklin finally beats a good team, I'm not going to ever believe in Penn State winning a big game like this. So I'm picking Oregon, but I do think it's going to be a close game with Oregon pulling away late.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's tough to break down this game just because they haven't played anyone. So, good old Penn State. Next game, we got the number 25 team in the nation, BYU, at Colorado. Colorado's at home, but yet BYU is favored by 6.5. Now, BYU brought in a lot of returning talent from last year. They've been playing pretty solid so far this season. But, first real test for BYU, they played Eastern Carolina, Stanford, and Portland State. Whereas Colorado has been tested with Houston and Georgia Tech. So, Colorado, they don't know who they want to play quarterback. They got Kane Salters, Julian Lewis, the 5-star freshman. And then they got that third string quarterback that they played last week. Don't know his name, but he didn't play all that great. They went back to Kane Salters. They're still trying to figure out the identity of that offense. BYU knows the identity of their offense. They got a solid quarterback in Bachmeier after Jake Retzlaff left the program pretty late into the offseason. Now, I like BYU's defense. I think their offense is more consistent. I don't think Colorado knows the identity of their offense yet. So with all that being said, give me BYU on the road.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy pick for me. BYU is going to win this one. The biggest thing that I look at is Colorado's rushing defense is 122nd in the nation, giving up 194 yards a game. And BYU's rushing offense is 7th in the nation, averaging 265 yards on the ground a game. So BYU is going to control this game. They're going to run the ball at will. Colorado won't be able to stop them. So I think BYU is going to win this one pretty easily.
All right, we're in agreement there. Now we got the last game of the week. we got the game of the week. We got Bama at Georgia. Now, last year's results got Bama taking it away. Ryan Williams picking plays. His highlight reel this year is a different story. Georgia's number 5, Alabama 17. Alabama already has a loss on their schedule against FSU. Georgia's favored by 2.5. You got Kirby Smart. You got Kalen DeBoer. Now, Alabama, are they a tough team this year? They kind of look soft against FSU. But since they've been putting up points and beating up UL Monroe and Wisconsin, is that enough to convince me? I don't think so. You got Georgia. They got tested with Tennessee. You saw them go down big early in the game, but you saw they got heart. They were able to crawl and climb their way back into the game, taking it to overtime and winning it in overtime. I'm going with the team that has shown the toughness and the heart. I'm going to go with Georgia at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think the matchup to look at is, can Georgia get pressure on Alabama? Because if they can get pressure and not give him time to throw, force him into some bad situations, I think they'll be fine. Those DBs, don't let those DBs have to cover those receivers for 5, 6, 7 seconds. So Georgia can get pressure. I think they'll have a good time stopping that offense. But if not, those receivers can just run wild, and it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a high-scoring game. But yeah, I think the interesting thing, Kalen DeBoer struggles heavily winning road games, especially in the SEC, while Georgia has not been able to beat Alabama. Or it's won in their last 9, I think, against Alabama in the past 10 years. However, this is the first time Kirby Smart has played Alabama in Athens, Georgia. So for that reason, give me the Dawgs, baby.
We got the Dawgs. Yes, giving the Lee Curso wave. That pretty much wraps up our picks for this week. We have the scripts. One of us is going 10-0. We do have some different picks, so we both can go 10-0. But stay tuned. Find out who it is. We'll catch you guys next week. We'll catch you guys next week. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace.